Alright, Master Mason note here, tearing it up, second order operations. Second order. Compacted into the first. Now, obviously, we really like our MiG, but we're trying something a little different here. This is kind of where I left it. I was sitting in the bar, I've had about 4 Seagrams and Seagrams, so you're just going to have to bear with me. I would recommend you get me in the reactor and start right on it. I know this may not seem right, but it's just one of those things in my model, man, when I was a kid. It's just, fucking doesn't make sense to yell at somebody when things are working. But at any rate, we really want to push this second order operations. Firstly, what we know, fuck everybody else's general relativity and physics. What we know physics to be is this Knight's Tour. It's, you play it out. You may be in the middle of it. So I hope you understand what I'm talking about. But that's correlated by this first operation. Second order operation, N1/2. You will see a lot of that in the original MiG. Alright, so you have a chessboard, it's all correlated off a chessboard. The first thing you need to know about that, and I'm just going to let them run. The first thing you need to know about this is a game played from way back when you didn't have any of this shit, and paper copy becomes a real hard way to actually physically brutality that fucking puppy right there. This is XO. I know that's on the first order. We always start with that. There is no other game of chess. As far as chess is concerned in the general, that gets the general relativity for that is what we're doing. The answer is 7 miles on the train and the lightning bolt. We figured it out. That is what we know. Okay, and so you can see the snowflake. This is your one marshmallow for the day. You can obviously see the well, we'll get back into that. See, there's proper notations about orders of operations, when you're registering certain things, and how you're adjusting. I'm real fucking fast. I can run this entire chessboard. I know it may look like, I'm sitting there with writer's block and some shit, but that's fucking strategy to me, because second order operation, N1/2, where am I doing that? Becomes there's a pretty girl in the bar, I need her friends, not, you get me? Alright, so those are those suborder operations of the first set. Now, I could move one, you're gonna have to move one. We know this is locked. You could start moving pawns around, but fuck you. You can move one of them pawns right now. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. You get these 4 initial moves, and that is all. You set those 4 fucking knights right there. And it's right, Knight Sentinels. They are what you know. This is white-black while you are running downtown, because that is your 5-mile run. You know you have a strong order operation on what that is, for what you're doing on it, and why you're doing it. So when numbers come up, it is boop, boop. 1 and 0, which way do you go? I have this woman in front of me, that guy in front of me, and what the topology is going to reference here, given that force bar and how that thing is moving. It is either with gravity or it is against gravity. Now, depending on which way you make that board go, it's going to be different, huh? Clock it in. Clock in correctly, that board's going to start working for you. You're going to see that force go. You're normally standing on this chess game. Very specific center mass about at the white having the first advantage. Force has the first advantage. Newton pretty much crushed it. G equals the square root of M1, M2 over the first radiant, R1. If I chose that, then the net force is going to happen. If I chose this one, then the net force is going to happen. If I chose this one as black, there's a reciprocal to how it divides the spin. Because at first when I called it was linear force. You need to create spin mathematically 0, 1, positive charge, negative charge, so therefore physics 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. We have suborders. Obviously we can see our Penrose here. We can see, you know, how that's going to correlate over to here. A equals 8. What I want out of it is the cubic structure, so I can begin to break this down. I want that north, south, fronty, backwards, forwards, sideways, inside of you. Yell at me, Sarge. You be like, you put that shit down, because it's fucking up your math. And until then, you understand. Because you just got the nuts to do it. You just... well, the conqueror, the devourer, conquest, you have to be able to put that somewhere mathematically. And if your ass should so happen to meet up in the meat grinder, that's what it was. Just, we could put water in here and make it dust free, and that's great. Or we could just grind your ass out. This is life. As far as your guys concerned, the standard model, again, first order operation, that is what they used, and this is what we use. I don't care what fucking method you had before about what first order, second order, M1, M2, XY. You're just gonna make a little line, and then you're just gonna make this big old box, right? Because XY, 0, 1, and then I'm just gonna build this box straight out. Right? Because then it's square. I have radiance from here. I got that squared circle problem, the squishy zone. Because it's going to be a squishy zone. You are going down the road. And perfect, as long as you stay inside of those margins, is just, you know, a little this way, a little that way, and you're back right on straight relative to, because Penrose, you were moving with that turbulent flow, and that was physics. So, catch you on the next one.